Alright, hey guys, it's Ryan here again, playing through a classic one in my childhood. This was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, as a kid, I never really beat the game. I got lost in, there's a sewer maze. Yeah, you'll see it coming up in a little bit. That's where I ended up getting lost. I never saw Area 4, but now I'm able to. I'm a little better, so decided to play through this one. I mean, this game is pretty good. It's not the greatest. I mean, there's some like random damage elements and stuff I'm not a big fan of, but still pretty good. I mean, I still think the game is pretty fair as far as it's concerned with life and getting your turtles back and stuff. For anyone who doesn't know, if you lose your turtle, if your turtle loses all of his life, you lose him for the rest of the playthrough unless you go and rescue him. Within the game, there are a handful of rooms that if you go into them and you've lost a turtle will be there tied up. You can rescue him. I don't visit any of those rooms in this playthrough because I don't lose any turtles and I don't die. So, this video is pretty long. I've seen some pretty spectacular speedruns. I mean, I've seen this game has been beaten in under 20 minutes, which I still think is really impressive. But so in the first stage, it's pretty straightforward as far as what to do. There's not a whole lot of. No, the game as a whole is pretty straightforward, except for the maze in Area 3. We'll get to that when we get to it. Now, classic Nintendo style, there's too much stuff going on the screen. The screen starts slowing down and glitching. Actually, probably should just switch to Donatello. Yeah, I think I switch. So, Donatello does the most damage of all the turtles. I think Raphael is the fastest, but he's awful. And then, because he doesn't have a down attack, like if you hold down with Leonardo or Donatello, you go through the bottom. So, Mike and Raph don't have that. So it makes him pretty useless as far as this particular game is concerned. Now, I don't think they have like damage boosts or anything. I think they're just overall bad. So I don't really use them in this playthrough. I pretty much stick to Donatello or Leonardo. Now, the difference between Leonardo and Donatello is Leonardo does a little bit less damage, but he's faster. Like his sword attack is faster, and as you can see, like taking damage isn't really. It's not that detrimental in this game. You can get all the health you want if you know where to look. This game has a mechanic in it where. Oh yeah, sorry, I tried to skip the boss and I realized I can't. Because some areas of the game are stopping points, or you have to finish, like once the music changes, you have to kill whatever enemies on the screen before leaving. So again, this is pretty straightforward, you just make your way through. I picked Donatello strictly for the damage. I think I said that earlier. Now, if you're running low on life on a turtle, you run all the way to the right. You'll fight a mini boss here, but you see on the right there's a full pizza. So if you have any like Leonardo was hurt, so now he has full life. Keep on moving. There's really not a whole lot to say about the game as a whole, so there's probably going to be a decent amount of silence. This is a pretty long video, so. It's kind of hard for me to just think of something to talk about for 45 minutes by myself. Now here's the level that everybody complains about. It's the hardest level and blah blah blah. This level isn't that hard. First of all, as long as you're paying attention, you don't you can just run through all these things. Each electric like shock thing, which personally I don't understand because you would think electricity would go through all the water and kill you anyway. But suspension of disbelief, I guess. So you go through. The object is to defuse all these bombs. If you touch the seaweed, you take damage. But as I said, you have 4 turtles. What was it, 8? Yeah, you have 4 turtles, each with 8 blocks of energy. So, assuming you take, even if you just run through the whole stage, you know, just take damage wherever you're going to take it. That means for it to not work, you need more than 28 hits of lightning, because that would kill all your turtles. There's not that many to really get in the way, so you know there is a time limit, which is, I guess, is what makes this particular level maybe a little harder. But even then, if you run through the time limit, you can just run through and take damage wherever, and then just switch your turtle out before the turtle dies. And you'll see, like right now I'm going to switch because Leonardo's hurt. So now I have full life with this guy, so now I can just rush through. It doesn't matter. I can take 4 more hits, and then I can switch to another character if I need to. So for people that are complaining about this game being, or this level being like super hard, it's really not that hard. Just do it, I guess. I don't know. Now, I forgot what I think Ultra games, I think they were a part of Konami, I want to say. I don't remember 100%, but see, I even switched here just in case. Oh wait, no I don't. Never mind. So I was, that last comment I was referencing my live stream. After I recorded this run through, I played through this game again on my live stream, and the playthrough was a little bit different, obviously. You know, I didn't just replay my playthrough. I was playing it again. So some of the stuff is different. It's on my stream, like my Twitch channel. I tried to export it to YouTube, and there were some errors with it. It said the video was too long, which is weird because, I mean, I don't understand. I have videos that are, you know, over an hour long that are fine. You know, I mean, I even took my Ghosts and Goblins playthrough that's on this channel was actually from my Twitch live stream. I just imported it, so I don't know what the issue was. So thankfully, I had this one already recorded, and I can just go back and add commentary to it, and not have any real major issues. So here's where I kind of. Okay, sorry, level 4 is the one that I got confused on. Yeah, so level 3 is the level with the turtle van. So this is one of the areas of the game where you can basically get all your life back with all your characters that you've hurt along the way as far as damage. You can see right here, Raph is hurting pretty bad, but you get a pizza slice here, which gives you, I think, two blocks of energy. Yeah, just give it to him and I go through. Go up. Now, this is why Raph sucks. Those weapons, or those enemies in particular, destroy him. He takes damage because he has to be right next to his opponents. I think he does a little bit extra damage, but that damage isn't always guaranteed. It's kind of weird. This game is really strange when it comes to damage output. Sometimes, you know, one hit will kill something. Sometimes it'll take 2. Seems random. I don't know if there's any particular, you know, cause and effect as far as the game is concerned with that, but it is what it is. So, and the enemies just change. Like, so, from what I've noticed, it seems like there's like a sequence of enemies that appear. So, if you ever see like those balloons, you're gonna see one of those fire-breathing enemies. Like that guy, the guy that loses his head when you hit him once or twice, depending on if the game feels like giving you damage or not. and it gives you these weird bug things. Now, that's one set of enemies. Now, the other set of enemies would be the other set of enemies that's possible in this room is basically a bunch of these weird eyeball-looking things. Instead of the bugs, you get well, the bat-looking, like they look like kind of manta ray-looking guys, the guys that fly, instead of the balloons, and you get the fire guys instead of the guy that shoots fire and loses his head. I'm not sure what causes that either. As far as so those are the eyeballs. Now it's a fire guy. This game, it's a little random, but it's not as random as it, I guess, might appear. It seems like there's certain sets of enemies that get tossed at you per board. So, take that for what it's worth, I guess. So, now right now, like, if you notice, so this game, if you leave a building and come back to it, I fucked it up. If you leave a building and come back, all the items are still there. Now, you can use this for two things. You can farm for items and like special weapons or health, and that's it. You can spawn for I'm stupid, sorry about that. Yeah, you can get extra, you can get your items and you can get extra health. Now I'm getting 2 sets of the missiles for the turtle van, and you'll see why here in a bit. I think I switched to Leonardo or something. I don't remember. This was the first time I ran through the game without dying. I played through the game once before this and figured out a place to farm for. I mean, it's not a big secret. It's the best weapon in the game, which is like a scroll. It shoots out kind of like it's. I don't know if you guys if anyone who's watching this has played the game SCAT or Cybernetics. Wait, what the hell is it called? Super Cybernetic Attack Team or something. It's SCAT Attack. Yeah, I don't know. But if you played that game, there's a weapon where it looks like a big shield kind of thing that you shoot out. Legendary Wings uses it too, I think. It looks just like an arc. This game has it as well. And it does the most damage. I don't know if I go in this room or not. Oh, I do. Okay. So you make your way through. Now this, I'm going through to get the scrolls. I don't remember if I actually farmed this area or not, because I see that scroll on the right or on the left. Sorry, so stupid. On the left, you make your way over to it. And then you'll get 20 of them. Now, an easy way to beat the game, which you'll see here, like I use it because I'm not going to put myself in like any real danger or anything, because honestly I'm not that good of a player like in this game. I mean, I was able to beat it and I didn't lose any turtles, but I also spent some extra time getting a bunch of the items and stuff that just make the game an overall easier experience. You'll see that in a bit. So what I just picked up there was the rope. Oops, and I fell down. And I was actually trying to get. I think I'm going to go back in because there's a full pizza at the end of that sewer that I was trying to get, obviously for Leonardo. Yeah, so you switch a weapon, make your way down. I still like the music in this game, to be honest with you. It's pretty good. The boss fight music is pretty intense. The Technodrome music is still probably my favorite music when you're fighting the Technodrome. Go short up, get on my life, and I think I just go back into the water. Yeah, so now I was just checking to see what the status of my turtles were, if I needed any more life for anybody. So now I have... Okay, so I shot 2 already. So I had 20 missiles. And you just go around. I would suggest to take this path I'm taking. It uses the least amount of missiles. And the stuff that you're skipping doesn't really... It's not really necessary. It gives you like... I think one of the rooms gives you like some scrolls. One of the rooms is like a turtle room. So if you lost a turtle, you can rescue him or something. You don't really need it. So this is a pretty neat little trick. In order to... You can use one missile. You see it takes out 4 of the steamrollers and the barrier. So you can kind of conserve on your ammo if you've only got like, you know, if you just got the 10 from one pickup. So here's the last section. I think this is section 3. Now, as I do in most of the games, you know, there are points where I personally feel like avoidance is a better strategy than actually just fighting enemies. Which I definitely use here. You just make your way through. Now, the trick to this part is just to make sure to do a short hop. Short hop is the hop where he doesn't do a flip. You'll make the jump every time. I don't know why people had... It seems like a lot of people had issues with that jump. In order to jump high, you hold the button longer than... If you want a short hop, you just tap the button. That was stupid. Should've just waited. I gotta do it all over again, because why not, I guess, right? So, going through... Now, the boomerangs are kind of neat. When you throw them, they obviously come back to you. They're boomerangs. But if you catch them, they don't get lost from your inventory, which makes sense. You're throwing something and catching it again. That's something I did think was kind of, you know, I appreciate it. You know, it makes sense. Sometimes if you have a game, you'll just have a certain amount of, you know, whatever, and it goes away. But yeah, so the boomerang, if you don't have all the scrolls for the last stage, inside the Technodrome, it actually, like, like, what I ended up doing is I load up on scrolls on on area 5 before I hit the Technodrome. But if you don't want to do that, and if you have, you know, a good amount of boomerangs with everybody, the Technodrome can become pretty easy. I decided to get the scrolls because the scrolls are just so good in the game that I figured, you know, I didn't want to mess up and die in the Technodrome, so I decided to load up on them with everybody. And there's going to be, you know, later on, there's going to be like a 6-minute stretch of me just doing the same room over and over again to get all the scrolls, and you'll see that. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. For me, this was the realistic way I was gonna beat the game. Was, you know, farming for stuff and, you know, whatever. So there's the first half, and see, I had to switch because RAF sucks. There you go. So you save Splinter. Oh, now they're flying away. So that was the end of Area 3. Now, Area 4 is, you go into this room. This is where you can get all your life back for all your turtles. So you go in, see the pizza on the top, back in the corner. Switch over to, you know, the people that need it. Boom, full life. I think I switch out here. Now, this was the first time that as I mentioned, this is the first time I ran through the game without dying. During my live stream, I got through it a little quicker than this time around. I mean, obviously you get a little more familiar with the game and kind of what you're looking for, and so I mean, I am kind of bummed out that my live stream was having like issues for some reason. I don't really know what the issue was. Like I said, I've taken videos off of my stream, like from my live stream, and put them on this channel with no problems. Videos well over an hour long, so I'm not exactly sure what the issue was, but it is what it is, I guess. I gotta adapt to it. So you just make your way through. Now, this stuff all happens automatically. You just walk to the side and then but I remember this is actually where I got stuck as a kid. I think I made it here once, and I didn't know what to do to get across. I just kept on trying to jump, and I didn't really understand that you needed the grappling, the rope. Whatever. I think I was 7 or 8 when I played this game, so I'm coming to some slack. Didn't really know what was going on. So now you just make your way down. Here's where you start getting introduced to some of the enemies you're going to be seeing in the Technodrome. You see a lot of those weird jumping guys. You see some weird dinosaur thing that I don't remember. I mean, I guess that might be the only complaint I have, is none of the enemies are really like Ninja Turtle enemies. They're just these weird insects and stuff. I mean, I don't know. So here is the world. Here's area 4. Here's the maze. So you'll see when I start each stage or each area, there's a number. So right now I'm in 2. The goal is to basically get to 17. Now there's a couple different paths to take. After the first 2 rooms are pretty straightforward. Then things start getting a little weird. There's more than one place to go and whatever. So I think I took the quote like the wrong. I wouldn't say wrong. It's just the longer way. But whatever. Again, these particular stages really aren't that difficult either. As long as you know kind of how the patterns of the enemies, it's not that hard. So just go up. Yeah, see, I don't go into that one. I go into this one, which is 4. Because honestly, once I saw the guy that kind of respawns himself as a smaller form, once I saw him, I probably should have actually just left and came back and tried to change whatever that enemy down there is, because it's not always the same. Whatever, move on. For some reason, I don't really understand the meaning behind this, but the magnets like drag you in, and I'm not sure what they're exactly pulling onto. So if anyone knows, let me know. Here's a spot where you can get all your life back again for all your turtles. You go this way. I don't know. I don't think I do it. I think all my turtles are pretty healthy, except for Leonardo. Yeah, okay. I just keep on moving. And even this damage is pretty insignificant. There's a room that gives you a full pizza coming up. Nope, not that one. I'm not sure how much damage those things do. I would assume I would think they'd probably kill you. Those pretty big explosions. I would think that those things would kill you. Not sure though. So here's the room that gives you the full pizza. And what you can do is, if you have more than one turtle that's, you know, kind of hurt, you can get the pizza, leave, and come back, you know, out of, like, leave, and then jump right back in. Then you can get all your life. You can just get the pizza again with a different character. And when you're done, just move on to area 15 or sewer 15 or whatever. So here's, okay, so room 16, here's where you can get all your life back again, if you really need it. So you go this way, hit that little turtle icon's invincibility. I might actually just leave. I think I just get out of here. If you go all the way to the right, you get a full pizza for another guy if you want. Now for me, this was like the run killer stage. Technodrome isn't that hard, but you'll see what I do to make it easier on myself. See that in a little bit. I need a cough button. Alright, so here's like the infamous little moving wall with the full pizza that that is impossible to get. I don't know if it's possible. It doesn't look like it. So you run. Now the part that makes this part really difficult is when you fall, or you're able to walk across like single block holes, and if you hold like the side too much, you'll just completely bypass the hole on the bottom of the room, and you'll end up getting killed by the moving wall because the game doesn't give you enough time. That's the end. So here's where I end up like farming and doing all my stuff to get my items. So be prepared to be bored for I think it takes about 6 minutes to get all my guys, you know, with full life and enough scrolls that I feel comfortable with. Again, this was the first time I actually went through it without dying. I have obviously, have since gotten better, and I don't get as many scrolls as I did in this particular playthrough anymore. But again, it's on my Twitch account, twitch.com/gnar_blast. If you want to check it out, it's a little better, a little more cleaned up, but as a whole, it's pretty much the same. So the goal is to kill these little wall crab things. Use Donatello, because Donatello kills all these things in one hit. get to the third rung of that ladder, hold up. For some reason, when you are on the third rung, only 2 of those wall crabs are there, and I mean, it's fairly easy to. Am I getting life or something? Okay, so. And there happens to be a full pizza in that room. So you just basically rinse and repeat until you have enough scroll, like all the stuff you want. I don't remember how many I got in this particular playthrough. I think with my my stream playthrough, I think I got 40 with each of them. I think Raph had 60. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat for 5 minutes. So, oh man, I had a story I was gonna talk about, I forgot it. I just used to write this stuff down. Oh, I'm working on Silver Surfer on Nintendo. It's supposed to be one of the hardest games ever. I've gotten to the final boss without getting hit. Because in that game, 1 hit is equal to death. When you die, you lose all your upgrades. There are 5 stages, and then there is a 6th stage, which is the final area. I got to the final boss, and I choked and I died. I had full power-ups, everything. The final boss just takes a lot of hits in order to kill. So, yeah, choke artist, I messed it up. But it is what it is, as people say. Dang, I really had a story. I feel bad now. Oh, if you go down from there, like those little breakaway blocks, a turtle's there. So if you've lost a turtle, you go down there and you can get them back. Just a heads up. Might actually. Oh no, I think I got a few more minutes of this. Maybe 1 or 2 more missions, and then I can start looking for Technodrome. Oops, and I fell. Ugh. Now, the thing about these ladders is you can't jump onto a ladder and hold onto it for some reason. So when you fall, you fall. There's no way to stop it that I know of. Maybe there's a way, I just never figured it out. But so I'm hoping I don't take that much longer in this room. I think this might actually be my last thing. I think I just get life, then I start looking for Technodrome. I don't know what the timing is as far as finding it. Like, I don't know if you can, plan where it is, but basically in this particular stage, there's 3 sewers you go into, or manholes. And at the end of it, there's a door, and if you found the... Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go off and look for it now. So it didn't take that long. So, you'll go, and you will... You get to the end of the stage, and if the Technodrome, once you get into the door, if you're in the right one, like, because the location changes. I don't know if that's on a timer or what, but the location changes. So that was dumb. You make your way down here. I always hope it's the first one, because the first one is it's the easiest stage as a whole to get through. The first time that I ever beat the game, it was actually in the first one. It was in, so you go to this door, and then if you're in the right door, you'll actually pop into the Technodrome fight. Since you're just in an empty room, that means, you know, wrong door, you gotta try again. And again, with the, you can't jump and latch onto a ladder, so you have to go all the way around for some reason. I don't really like that. And most of the damage you take is pretty insignificant, only because at any moment or at any time you can just go back and get you can go to that, you know, the first place I was in, and just get all your life back. So once you realize that you're in the wrong place and you've taken enough damage to be concerned, just go back into that first place I went to and get all your life back. What am I doing? Oh, I'm telling you life. Now always be careful of the item drops, because you can't control what comes out. And sometimes you can have a pretty good weapon going for you, and then you run over like a ninja star or something, you lose all the stuff you've farmed for is just gone. So do I really go... Okay, I don't. I was going to say, do I really go back and get 1 bar of life? No, I don't. So, and this way... This guy he just kills himself, or he makes himself useless. Falls down the ladder, similar to the last level. Go down, then there's going to be a little breakaway wall. Okay, so here's Technodrome fight. Kinda wish I didn't take all that damage. Okay, so here's where... So you can see, so the first goal is to shoot that top portion where the foot soldiers are coming out. Once you kill that, then 2 things will happen. 1, the lightning stops, and 2, the foot soldiers stop coming out. So you can see how much damage this, I mean, does. Okay, that was 1 sequence. So there's the end of Technodrome. Then you jump in, and it becomes a whole lot bigger. So you can see I'm loaded up with just over 100 of the scrolls and 70 boomerangs. So again, the scrolls do a whole lot of damage to everything in the game, pretty much. They travel full screen. It's the best weapon in the game. Now you can make your way down there for a pizza. I think I might actually do it just because I have the best weapon, so I don't run the risk of really taking any damage on the way down. I think I actually go and get the pizza. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, I do. Oh, little girl I am. I'll take a little bit of damage and get all scared. Oh, okay. Well, at least I was getting it for a better guy. It wasn't just Michelangelo. And again, you can see I'm getting all my boomerangs back because I'm running back into them. I think I switched to a... Okay. So the scrolls take out these dinosaur things in 2 hits, which is obviously something you want. I have 6 left for this game. Okay, well, I'm gonna get 20 here in a bit, so actually I don't run the risk of losing out or whatever. You make your way all the way to the left, and you get your scrolls back. You get 20 of them. It's a pretty good number. And if you want life, you make your way to the left. Like, you follow all the paths, but at any point where you can go left, just keep on going left, and you'll find a ladder. You'll see it here in a bit. I'm pretty sure I go after it. I don't know if I get it or not. I don't remember, but. Yeah, so I did get it. Okay, so you go out on this ladder, and you get a free full pizza. I'm pretty sure I botched this one pretty badly. There's a certain sequence you can kind of get in line with near the end. I think I'm pretty sure I messed it up. This is typical, I guess. But you can see the more enemies that show up on the screen, the more the game glitches. Okay, so here's the last corridor of the game. See, I think I switched because I want to... Oh wait, no I don't. This is Michelangelo. I thought it was Raphael. Okay, so yeah, now I switch to Raph. Full life. Yes, I'm gonna wait out the Shuriken. Shuriken? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Ninja Star. You make your way up. There's one more fight with one of those astronaut guys. I call them astronauts, I don't know. Okay, so he's already dead. Now it's on to Shredder. You get to this room, wait for him to show up, and then you just hit him with the scroll weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. So, I decided to finish the game with Raph just because he's the worst character in the game. I just kind of thought it was funny. So, that's pretty much it. You get your ending, and then I don't know. Maybe I'll try the second one. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe and thumbs up or whatever. That'd be great. So So, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This game took me a little while. So, you know, it has a pretty, kind of a shallow learning curve, but it's still kind of tough to get a hold of. But, yeah, have a nice day.